Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So in this video we're going to be discussing SCP-072, also known as the foot of the bed. So this one, it may sound familiar to start with, but it's got a cool little twist, and that's really and that is the main reason why I wanted to cover this one today. It's a short one but it's a good one. I really like the little twist, as I said. There is a photo attached to this one, but I'm not going to include it in this video just because it's a photo of an object that's relating to this SCP, but this SCP that's actually being contained isn't the object itself. It's more so like an entity that jumps from object to object. That's similar. As I say, it will make a whole lot more sense as I go through it. But yeah, it's more so the entity. If there's a photo of the entity, then I'd include that. But because there's not, I'm not just going to put the random object in. So yeah, let's get crack-a-lacking, and as usual, I'm just going to refer to it as 072 from now, so I don't have to keep saying SCP all the time. So let's start with the special containment procedures. So all known instances of 072 are to be contained in a 3.5 by 4 metre holding cell. Access is allowed only during authorised testing procedures without prior approval from Senior Researcher Grant. No materials created for the purpose of being slept on are to be introduced into a 15 metre vicinity of the holding cell. And now we go into the description. So, instances of 072 were first discovered in an apartment building in Michigan. The city or town, whatever you want to call it, has been redacted, after two local media reports on 072's effects caused a local panic which drew the attention of embedded Foundation agent redacted. So we're going to call him Agent Face. 072 is a shadowy, translucent projection which resembles a 0.9 metre long hand, the fingers of which taper to a sharp point. Detailed recordings of 072 is difficult, as it does not manifest at light levels above 5 lux. Instances of 072 have been observed to manifest when a human, hereafter referred to as the subject, enters REM sleep while located in a bed infested by 072, and leaves a foot or feet exposed to open air. If these conditions are satisfied, 072 will emerge from the foot of the bed and appear to use its pointer finger to tap on the subject's foot until they awaken. Subjects have reported that at this point they were unable to move, showing symptoms similar to sleep paralysis that continues as long as 072 is visible. So that's why I was saying it might sound a bit familiar. It sounds like sleep paralysis, but now we've come to the little twist. So 072 will then use its pointed fingers to cut portions of flesh from the exposed parts of the subject's foot or feet. It will return to within the bed in between each removal, emerging without the collected material. This will continue until 072 has taken off the exposed foot or feet, stopping at the ankle. Those subjects exposed to 072 report this process as being immensely painful. The subjects are paralysed, which in turn render them to be unable to scream or call for help. It is unknown if manifestations of 072 feed on the collected material or use them for some other purpose. As long as the wounds are properly treated, 072's effects are not fatal, but have been observed to cause psychological damage related to sleep in the future. There is also a secondary effect. Any bed within a 10 metre vicinity of a bed which manifests the effects of 072 will also host an instance of 072. Disruption of a bed affected by 072 reveals no anonymous materials and no trace of biological material removed from subjects. So we've got so that's the basic gist of it. So that's why I was saying that it had a little twist, like the normal sleep paralysis demon that a lot of people talk about is scary enough, and then this just adds another layer onto that, with it literally just destroying your face as you're awake and unable to scream for help, which is terrifying. And yeah, have fun thinking about that when you go to sleep tonight. Like for me personally, I know that this is like a really cool one, like a really creepy one I wanted to discuss as well, because for me personally, I hate sleeping with my foot out the blanket and stuff, and this just gives me more reason. It gives me more justification as to why I'm such a light wimp when it comes to stuff like that, and I hate having my feet out. And now, you know, reading this SCP, it's just like, oh, it might manifest and, like, you know, full on just take my whole foot away piece by piece. Like, great, love that for me. Like, you know. And sleep is not a very good thing for me anyway. I've got a sleep disorder and I still have night terrors, so yeah, sleep is a very touchy subject for me anyway. So, but then I also find it fascinating when, like, I see creepypasta and SCPs that are relating to sleep. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of my condition or what, but there we go. But to end this video, we've also got a list of known objects. So we've got 3 objects, and they so they're -1, 2 and 3, and they were all recovered from the original apartment complex, and these are three twin size beds which were all located 10 meters of one another. Like, so they're all infected basically, because they're under the 15 meter you know, safe zone, I guess. Anything beyond that 15 meter safe zone shouldn't be affected by it, but you never know. So moving on to the next object. So we've got -4, and this is a king size 4-poster bed containing 072's time. Oh, this was contaminated, sorry, during 072's time inside redacted, temporarily objects holding. So basically this was just a temp measure, and it managed to contaminate a bed that was chilling in the SCP site. So we've got number 5, which is a sleeping bag with the bottom removed, inducing to 072-1, so that'll be one of the twin beds that I mentioned to start with, for testing. When D2191 enter REM cell, that'll be the person that works, they're doing the test. So when they entered REM sleep in the object, so -5 not recommended for testing in future. So it's kind of just got rid of the data. It just says data expunged, so it kind of just got rid of the main thing. But a sleeping bag with the bottom removed doesn't look like it's a good thing to do, so we'll just leave it as that, I think. And then we've got -6 and -7. So beds introduced to 072-2, so that'll be one of the original 3 twin size beds, and later destroyed for examination. Remains of -6 and -7 appear unaffected, but are to be contained until further studies may be completed. So I'm a little bit confused about that. It doesn't really say what sort of beds, but I'm guessing that they're probably like single beds. So they put some beds near one of the original twin size beds, and it doesn't look like that those affected. So that's quite an interesting one. Seems to be no rhyme or rhythm when it comes to this entity, I guess. I'm just gonna keep calling it an entity, I guess, with this one. But yeah, so that is the foot of the bed. So I really enjoyed going through this one, and like I say, hopefully it makes a bit more sense as to why I didn't include the photo that's included with it, because it's literally just a photo of a bed, but this entity kind of like jumping from bed to bed as long as it's, you know, within the 15 meter radius. So I really enjoyed this one. I hope you all did too. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. It really lets me know what you guys enjoy and want to hear about me rambling about. If you have any suggestions for any future videos, you know, be SCP, be creepypasta, be just random stuff, or, you know, I'm down for talking about random stuff, you know, then just let me know. You can let me know in the comments below. I've got my socials that are linked in the description below. I've got my email address that's in my YouTube bio. That is my YouTube email address. I check them all daily because I don't have a life. And I am online a lot, so you can reach out to me there. I'll also leave a link so you guys can read through this SCP for yourselves and have a look and see what you guys think. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.